ATF director nominee, David Chipman, has been getting questioned by Congress for quite some time now for confirmation. And it's a big question mark whether he will be confirmed. And he's been asked to disclose everything, really everything about his life, everything that he's shared in media, that kind of thing. However, many things have not been disclosed. When he gave full disclosure, apparently he was being untruthful in that. There was a lot of things undisclosed still, some of which are communications with Chinese state-run media companies. Now, some things that were not disclosed in his questioning with Congress was essentially a quote that he gave media in 2015 saying that he did not believe that if you were authentic in a place like the ATF that you were going to disappoint people, so he would hide authentication beyond that. So, you know, there's a big question mark on whether anything he's saying is truthful. Let's just start there. Beyond that, several things non-disclosed. Communicating with CGTN, a Chinese state-owned news agency, about the popularity of red flag laws in communist countries and trying to apply that to the United States to curb gun violence. Also, he talked about red flag laws there and the prevalence of minimizing gun violence through red flag laws. Now, let's just start with red flag laws are the most unconstitutional things ever. They completely conflict with your right to a fair trial, because what happens is if you are red flagged by any judge in the country can just flag you, and now all of a sudden you're deemed dangerous by the state, and they can confiscate your firearms. And this is without due process, by the way. Much of this can happen without you even knowing it's happening. It's very, very dictatorship. It's probably the biggest threat, in my opinion, to the Second Amendment, because if a group of people, let's say, is deemed dangerous, like the Jews were in Europe in the 40s, 30s, and 40s, or like Native American Indians were at the turn of the century, or how Christians could be in the near future, well, then any judge can just say, well, if you're affiliated with that group, you now are deemed dangerous, and now you have no right to firearms. And we saw how well that went for the Native Americans and the Jews in Germany and all over Europe during the 1930s and 40s. And this is something that he wants to bring here, and he did not disclose the fact that he's openly communicating with about that with communist countries, communist regimes like state-run television and media in China. This is a big deal. It's a huge problem, and it was completely hidden from Congress, but now it's open and available. So we'll just see what Congress does. Put out a video about a week ago saying, I think he's going down. This may be irrelevant. I don't think he's going to get confirmed anyway. But in the slight chance that he's close to being confirmed, I think this should just shut the door on that altogether. So love to hear your thoughts on all that. Put in the comments below. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. If you feel called to support this channel through Patreon, that link is also below. But the most important part of this channel, we take prayer requests. So please don't ever hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.